5 years from now, what does success look like for Apptronik?
Well, I'm a dreamer, so I think that we have robots in a whole host of applications. I think in 5 years from now, we'll start to enter a broader range of commercial applications. I've sort of explained the market is happening in three phases, in my opinion. Stage one is industrial applications, so that's logistics and manufacturing. They're already adopting lots of robots today. You can solve a lot of the safety cases by separating the robots in the early stages from people while you're working towards collaborative or cooperative safety standards. Phase two is things like healthcare, hospitality, and retail, where you're starting to mix the robots. You already are seeing humanoids in some of these applications, but in terms of mass market, that's sort of stage two. And then stage three is the home and assistive care, which is the big dream. That's my dream. I've talked about this before, is assistive care long term. So in the next 5 years, I think you'll see us really with tens of thousands of robots out there in the world, maybe more. But I'm trying to be, eyes wide open about sort of what that ramp's going to look like over the next 5 years, and learning a lot as we go through it. And so we're really proving value. We have real production robots out in the world in these industrial applications, and then we're starting to move into these other applications as well. And I sort of think of it as you want to start an initial application that you can prove. You can't do everything if you can't do one thing. So first, the proof of life in these environments, and then you're expanding within that footprint of different things that the robot can do over time. I think the next 2 years will be critical for the industry. This is what I call the commercial viability stage, like really proving that these robots work, that you can show initial tasks where you have positive ROI. And then I think the sky's the limit from there. I think it's going to be an exciting ride for robotics as a whole over the next 5 years.
It's funny because I think there's something in the form factor, and I think there's something in, once you start talking about the humanoid form factor, then you start talking about like AGI and those breakthroughs. And that's why at this, I don't want to say early stage of the company, because the company has technically been around since 2016, but at this early stage, as far as you actually showing out these robots, people are already asking you about what's going to be happening in the home, because I don't think anybody's calling up locusts and asking them when they can get a locust robot in their house.
Yeah, I think that's true. There's a lot sort of packed into going after the humanoid form factor, right? Like I said, I mean, this is something that I didn't appreciate coming into this. I was, very admittedly naive grad student. I sort of think of that as a good thing. I had no clue how hard this problem was going to be, or even all the history of how many people had tried this and what the failure points had been. I just kind of seemed like an obvious future, and one that I was willing to spend the rest of my life working towards, and we went after it. And we sort of figured, regardless of what happened, it would be worth trying. It was a worthy pursuit of our time. But yeah, there's a lot baked into that when you go after the humanoid form, and we will get there. I do think it's fair to say that it's early. I think of this as sort of the beginning of the next chapter for Apptronik overall. But yeah, it's interesting, all the things that come with it, the good and the bad.
Yeah. So like in your, I'm sure you've done lots of, this is the ex TechCruncher in me talking. I'm sure you've done a lot of pitch decks over the years. When you're doing a pitch deck to an investor, does something like a home setting factor into that pitch?
Well, we talk about it in sort of phases. So I pitched these phases. I mean, I sort of, my dream is to work on something that the work that I do today impacts society 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now. To me, that's how I sort of create meaning. Is I want to make a contribution to the world, to our species, right? And so, I actually start with the big picture, this idea that computers are getting better and better. They're going from the digital to the physical world. This is a robot. And in order for robotics to scale, we need more versatility. So the idea in a pitch deck just starts simple. If we want robots to become an everyday part of our life, they have to be more versatile. And then you say, okay, well, how does that happen? What does the arc of that look like? And then I basically say it's going to happen in these 3 phases. Think of it as going from easy to hard, right? And all of these things are hard. This is all on a relative basis. And then what I talked about before, sort of stage 1, the industrial base, stage 2, then broader commercial, stage 3 is the grand prize. And we're working across this spectrum.